ACCUSTATS Video Productions presents World Class 9-Ball. Hello everyone, I'm David Maddux at the 2001 U.S. Open with my friend and legend, Danny DiLiberto. Hi Danny.
How you doing, buddy? And we have a match here between American EARL STRICKLAND, North Carolina, and Niels Feijen from Holland. Should be interesting.
Yeah, this should be a great match. This is on the one-loss side. This is the last day of the 2001 U.S. Open, so we know these guys have played very well to get to this point.
Okay, Earl got a sneak lag first. It almost makes the other guy force it, but it doesn't really matter because I think he froze the ball. He was about a quarter of an inch off.
Yeah, so the other guy flinched.
Yeah, well, it's probably happened to you when you get up to the table, the lag, and all of a sudden you see the other guy lag first. You seem to rush. You think there's like a contest. You got to do it together, And there, well, he didn't have much chance to win that anyway, unless he froze the ball. That was the big thing years ago about the lag. The straight pool players all won the lag,
right? For
some reason.
Well, as you mentioned, EARL Strickland from Greensboro, North Carolina. He is the defending U.S. Open champion, so quite familiar with the turf.
Well, he didn't make the one in the side, as been customary here. He made the 6 in the side.
He's got a good shot at the 1, but he is going to have to play, it looks like he's going to have to play position for the 2 in the side. I don't believe the 2-ball passes the 7 in the lower left corner, so he's going to have to come with a pretty good stroke on his very first inning.
Yeah, he has to just draw it, and it has enough angle to go to the 2 like that. Heck of a shot. He needs to get off the rail.
Well, he's fallen a little straight, but he's going to be able to go to the rail and back out to the middle of the table, maybe a little farther.
Yeah, I think he has an angle where he can hit to the left of the side pocket and then spin high and forward like that.
Yeah.
Boy, I love when they do it the way I say, because it feels like I did it.
Well, that happens all the time, Danny.
Yeah, well, anyway, yesterday Earl was playing Shannon Dalton, and they made an agreement to start with that they're going to break them hard, both players. Earl went to, and he said, Shannon, are you going to break them hard? And the Shannon says, I am going to hit him for all it's worth. He says, good, so am I, he says, so am I. Because Earl does not like when someone's breaking him soft and making him, beating him. His temperament won't, he gets insulting,
Yeah. But he broke those pretty softly.
Yes.
The first game.
Yeah, a little bit. He's going to test it, but I don't know if he made the same deal with Mr. Fien here.
After seeing the way Niels has broken for his previous matches, he's not going to be breaking them very hard. I did see him in practice, though. He has a sledgehammer break. Yeah, well, Earl has dominated some of his matches. You can see he had a very tough outing his first match with Degler, 11-10, but then he got on quite a roll, winning 2 and 3 over Mills and Menino, and then his loss came to Corey Deuel, who is currently the #1 ranked player in the world, the #1 seeded player. So that's not any big big surprise to lose to Corey. But then he got on a roll again in the losers bracket, beating Dalton and Evgeny Stalif 6 and 5. So he's playing very well.
And he beat Buddy Hall also. That's a pretty big win. Well, the one barely missed the side pocket, and it's going to hang in the far corner, and he didn't make a ball. The problem here is getting to the 2-ball. It's nice to start with an easy shot in a big match, and this is a big match. We're down to 6 players after starting with 215.
To the rail and down between the gap between the 9 and the 3-ball is looks like his route for a position here.
That's threading the needle, but that's how you win.
If he gets the cue ball just past the left-hand side, he's going to be in good shape. That's his great speed. This is perfect speed.
That was not easy.
Now, he may elect to play the 3-ball. He's just going to roll the 2-ball in and play the 3 in the lower left-hand corner. He wants to. He just has to be sure that he doesn't have to deal with the 6 and the 9.
Right. And the way to do that is soft speed, because the harder you shoot, the more it glances. So he's just going to bounce one rail and shoot the 3. Well, he hit the 9 in the nose. That was great. If you could pick that target and see that that's the position that gets you perfect, and that's what to do. Aim at the ball that stops the cue ball.
Well, that's something that, a point that you're making is go ahead and commit to hitting that ball. You know that the ball is going to stop the cue ball, so instead of trying to avoid it is what you're saying, right?
Right,
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That gets you the opportunity to stroke the ball a little rather than roll it.
Right.
And if you're accurate hitting the 9 and you know that at that point, that's the position, that's what to do. And he executed perfectly. I think now he's got to go one rail to the 4.
He's jacked up. He's going to hit it with high right.
Yeah.
Go to the left of the 9.
Perfect. I say perfect because he's got the 2-rail angle to go to the 5 now, because he can't go one rail with the 7 in the path. See, he just with center ball, he can come off here, here, and then once he hits this rail, he's in line all this way. He's got such a big target after he hits the 2nd rail, and he got perfect. That's it. See, once you hit that rail, you're in line the whole way. Now, he has a little problem. I think he has the angle where if he rolls the 5 in, he'll hit the 8 right on the nose and have position for the 6. But you don't want to put the 8 in the path you're going to have to come off the 6 with. So this is going to be a little more tricky than it looks. You see something other than that?
Well, no, I mean, I think that he may hit it with more pace and clear the 8 away from the side rail. Use the 8 to stop the cue ball. No.
Well, it looks like he got the angle where he could avoid the 8 by just drawing straight back. But you can see that if the 8 bounces another inch, that path is gone.
Right.
But he did get the path where he can shoot the 7 in the right-hand corner pocket to him. Yeah, I think he can just miss the 8 and draw it straight back towards his left arm. It's good. You just don't want to get straight in, especially when the ball's near the rail. I think he's got enough angle he could either pound one rail or go forward 2 rails.
I like playing at 1 rail myself. You're spending a lot of time out of the position area when you go forward.
Yeah, but it makes the ball easier to pocket. You don't have to shoot quite as hard.
Oh.
See why? See, that he might have been able to consider going forward. You could have shot a little softer, but
Yeah.
he's still supposed to make it. I'm not saying that, but I think percentage-wise, you soft roll it, high ball, little left-hand English, and the pocket takes the ball better.
Well, Earl is in a pretty tough spot here. I think that he's probably going to go all out to 1 rail, bank the ball in the lower left-hand corner. He gets rewarded by automatic position, and the bank looks pretty much on.
Well, I like to keep repeating this. He gets rewarded just because the guy didn't get out. And a good
Right.
player, you got to figure that game's over. When you get another shot, no matter what comes up, you figure to hit it pretty good. I think he hit it a little sharp. He was fortunate to get another shot, but he didn't leave any bargains.
No, it doesn't look like the angle that he has that he's going to be able to get above the 8. So you lag the 7 in, go under the 9, and play the 8 in the upper right-hand corner.
Yeah, see what Dave is talking about. If you had to shoot this ball and come back this way, you have to shoot it a lot harder, and it's a much tougher shot than if you go forward off it and try to get over here and shoot the upstream there. That's what Dave's talking about, and it's a very good point. And it's still tough.
Oh yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
path he's going, you know, he has to wind up with some kind of a tough shot on the 8.
Well, it looks like he's elevating slightly.
No, he shot it the way we envisioned it, and it trickled. But this is what I meant. He's not going to have like a real hanger, but he got through that shot.
Well, again, the benefit on this shot is all he has to do is put all his focus on making the 8, because there's not really a whole lot to do. You just hit it with a high ball and play the 9 in the lower right corner.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a tricky shot, but all you got to do is make it and you're on the 9. Nicely done. He overcame a mistake and is going to win the match. I mean, this particular game anyway. Of course, we got a long way to go in the match. It's 1-1. Very fortunate it didn't wind up 2-0, but it's early. It's early, and we're talking about 2 of the greatest players in the world.
Well, Fien, you can see how he got here. He went 6 matches before he lost, and his first 3 matches dominating 5-2 and 2. It got a little tougher. Petroni and then Alex Paglian 11-9. Canadian Orme 11-8, and then he lost to Jose Perica in the semifinals of the winners bracket 8-11.
Well, let me tell you about Jose. He's playing better than he has in years, and I'm picking him to win the tournament. 3 ball in the corner, the 1 missed the side again, and he made something else. He made 2 balls, and I think that if he can get to the 2, the combination
I think he's in pretty good position here to bank the 1 and go this way for position on the 2. You know, it's
that's dangerously close to the side. He might have to come shorter. He might have to come shorter and go on the other side of the 4-9. But if he happens to get to the 2, I think he's got a 4-9 combination if he chooses. See, this is what I meant.
Inside the 4.
Yeah. And he hit the 7, but I think he still can hit it.
Well, the 7 helped him, but now he has a nice angle on the 2 just to bounce up and either play the 4 in the corner or the 4 in the left-hand side. So he's
looking at the
shape.
combination. The combination looks pretty good. He gave that a real solid look, and that's the easiest position to get to.
The most natural.
Right.
Make the 2.
And that's what he did. So this ball must be pretty, as the Canadians would say, wired.
Now, did you see how softly he hit the break?
Yes,
that
he
may
made
not
2 balls.
that may not have been a legal break had he not made a ball.
Yeah, you're right. A certain amount of balls have to hit. See what Dave's saying, and this has not come up yet, but we have rules that there's no safe break. This is dangerously close to a safe break. You know, if you were allowed a safe break, you can brush the 1 and snooker the guy and get much the best of it, but we have rules. I think a certain amount of balls have to hit the rail, don't they?
4 balls have to hit the rail.
Yeah, you're right. If a ball didn't go, I don't think they did.
Well, that time they did. I mean, he sledgehammered them and 4 balls hit the rail.
Yeah. And he got a shot on the 2, and it looks like pretty easy position to the 3.
He's pretty thin on the 2.
Well, that's what you want in this spot. You know, you want thin, because then you don't have to go into the 5 and 3. I think that it's thin enough that he can cut it, maybe through the left side of the pocket even, and go 1 rail to here. Let's see.
It just looks to me a little more thin than that, but we'll see.
Yeah, he hit the balls, and he's going to get
3 ball
lucky.
cleared the 8.
He's going to get lucky there.
Now, if he can go forward and a little bit to the right, play the 4 ball on the right-hand side. That's what he just looked at.
And that automatically gets you to the 5. And again, it looks like we got that combination, 6-9. I mean, he don't need to because the balls are all open, but I
Nice to have
think,
that option.
Yeah, sure. If he can get to the 5, the right angle, he can go to the 6-9 combination again. You know, I noticed this. Every rack after the break, there is some sort of possible combination on the 9.
Well, it's that soft break.
And the 9 doesn't move from the spot. Look,
Right.
the 9's racked there, and it doesn't move, and another ball is always near it. We'll point that out again. Well, he doesn't really have to play the combination. I mean, he could shoot, play the 6 in the side, go to the 7, and run the balls out. But he's looking at this combination. You know, if you can make 2 balls and win, it's better than making 5, if it's easy to get to. Problem is, some players rush to get to the combination where the run out is easier. That's all it comes to. What's easier, the run out or the combination? And this one's a little tempting either way, unless 9 is dead in again. And apparently it is, because that's where he's going. Similar shot. This time it's the 6, not the 4. This is the first tournament I've ever seen this guy, and he is really a solid player.
And after 4 games, Fien leads 3-1. Again, this is the last day of the U.S. Open.
Yep, 6 players left, and these 2, of course, are on the loser side, and the 2 on the winner side are Parika and Duel. That's going to be a heck of a match. Anyway, the break box. Let me show you where the rules are, where you have to break within this rectangle. And the reason for that is they're trying to slow the break down from being such a big shot. I'm going to leave it there just for a second to see where it is. And that's where you have to break from, in that rectangle.
Now look at that ball going in this corner.
Oh, this is killing Earl. Earl is not, look, he's talking to the people. He says, look at this. The guy barely hit it, and the ball crawled to the pocket. He doesn't like that. I know Earl very well, and he thinks that's, pardon the expression, a little bit faggoty.
Well, for Earl Strickland, his bread and butter for 20 years has been his powerful break.
Right.
And to see somebody get up there and hit the balls like that and make a ball, it just, you know, it psychologically, it really will pay, play on his mind.
Yeah. Well, can you hit the rail between the 1 and the side pocket? Because if you can play a bank on the 1, and it's a duck and run kind of shot. But I don't know if he can get by that point doing that.
Well, I like the safety here, playing to play the 1 ball up table, cut the 1 ball to the rail and up table, the cue ball in this direction.
Good shot. That's the Z stroke again.
I mean, you know, if the 1 ball were up the rail just a couple of more inches, then the bank for sure. But with the, like you said, it's not so sure that he can get to the rail before the side pocket.
Yeah, you're always looking for a free shot on a difficult shot and a safe. And see, he might even be cutting. He might even be cutting it right in the corner and coming like towards his left hand. He did. He overcut it a little. It's going anyway. The problem with that, he hit it so thin, and he had to hit it thin to get to the 2 ball, and it didn't work out.
Now, if he plays safe here, he's probably not going. He may play the billiard on the 5. I don't really see much offensive opportunity here. If he plays safe here, I think he should have played safe on the 1, because the safe was pretty natural. By shooting the 1, you risk missing it and hanging it in the pocket and leaving the guy out.
I think the 5 is sitting just far off enough the rail to be a tough shot. In other words, if he could have rolled the cue ball off the 2 and billiard the 5, but I don't think he likes that. But he may be playing the combination and going to spin up past. No, he didn't. He played the safe. Good idea. Combination like that is low percentage, plus he has to control the 2 after it hits the 5, and he made a good decision.
Well, I don't know if Earl can hit the 2, but even if he can't, I think he has the best of it back kicking the 2 ball up table.
Well, I'll tell you what I like. Yeah, that's a great shot, but since we have been playing this 1 foul ball in hand, we've had a whole new thing come into the game, the kick safe. Originally, we just kicked to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden it's a kick safe. See, and I think he might be looking at, I think he can come off here, hit the 2 here, knock the 2 over here, and the cue ball fall behind the 6. I don't like hitting hard here. Well, he did. See where he was for a split second?
Yeah. Yeah.
The right speed there, he would have snookered him on the 6. Of course, this is great. He's over the top, has no shot, but he can hit the ball. That's a big thing when you're not snookered, because you can always do something defensively. Except the distance he's at is very tough. But anyway, you see the 7 and 9 now. There's always after the break either a combination on a 9 or close, and that happened again. The 9's not moving. Well, is he going to try to fan this on the left side and go 2 rails? Maybe towards the 6 and just leave distance. That's about the best he could do. Oh, that's a great shot. That's a snooker player shot. But he let him see it, and he's going to get it turned back. The bad problem here is you might make the 5. If you try to play a similar shot and bank the 2 up this way, you might make the 5. See, that's what he didn't want to do, and he did it very well.
Well, one thing that Niels definitely does not want to do here is disturb the 7 and 8,
Right.
7 and 9.
Right, you're kicking, you're snookered. It means you're at a big disadvantage. The only chance you got if things go astray is the 7 might stop the run out. So, as Dave pointed out, you don't want to hit those 2 balls and open them up. But he's either going to sell out the 2 or hit those 2 balls with the cue ball. This is delicate.
Well, what he can do here, just looking at his safety option, if he's not going to try to kick it in, is to go to the rail, hit the 2 ball to the side rail, and the cue ball up table, because the 6 blocks the lower right pocket.
Good shot. He has to aim at that part of the 2, but then you can cut it too much and break the balls open. Well, we don't have to worry about any of that. And now he opened up the side pocket for the 7, and where the 6 is sitting, you can get to that easily. So that's almost as bad as breaking him up. You remove the 8 from the path.
Right.
But he's got a good angle that he's going to place. He's talking about something. I don't know what he's moaning about something, but Earl likes to moan. But I think, he's just supposed to put the cue ball somewhere like right here, make the 2 and glance maybe to here, shoot the 3 in that pocket, stop, 1 angle rail to the 6. And then the 7 goes in the side. I don't know what he's looking at. He feels like you have to break the 7 up. I think it goes in the side. I might be wrong. Maybe it doesn't. What do you think? Does it look like the 7?
To me, it looks like it goes in the side, but Earl is going to make the 2 and go off of the top of the 7. The problem is the 9 could get...
No, he went where I said, and he was trying to get an angle maybe to roll into the 7 from the 3, but I don't
Which is, I think, it's exactly what he's done. I think he's perfect to do exactly that.
Yeah. Okay, now he doesn't have to worry about does the 7 go on the side. And apparently he saw that it didn't. Maybe it was dangerously close to hitting the 9 with the cue ball. But at any rate, he got real good here. Now, do you roll it in and play the 7 in the side, or do you try to get where you are about right now?
No, I'm just going to bounce it out 3 or 4 inches, and that's...
No, he didn't do it. There's some players that will do it contrary to the way you're thinking. That doesn't mean they're bad players, of course, but they just see the situation differently, and he got out of line. Simple position, and he made it tricky.
Well, the pocket's 7 feet away, and he's...
Well, that's his forte, is making those tough, long shots. I mean, it looked easy now, but I'm sure, you know, he didn't want to get that kind of shot.
No.
Okay, we got a 3-2 ball game here in favor of Mr. Fien. From Holland. It's amazing, you know, we got more countries represented in this tournament than we ever did, I believe. We've got Holland, we've got Japan, of course, we got the Philippines, we've got France, we've got Germany, we got Italy, we got Poland, we got Russia.
Let's not forget our neighbors, Canada and Mexico.
Right. Canada and Mexico too.
We saw on the screen a moment ago Carmine Sardo, brother of the inventor of the Sardo tight rack. Now Earl, again, broke the balls with more velocity than Fien, and he got punished by not making a ball.
Well, is the 5-6 combination on, or is he going to snip at the 1? I don't know what he's going to do, but he might have a shot at that. Well, while he's thinking, let's talk about that rack. The Sardo rack is a great rack because it racks them identical. Everybody has the same break opportunity. It isn't like a ball's moved here or a little off angle. They are racked the same every time. So it's first time in history it's equal. Now, what do you do here? I mean, you got safes if you have to play it. I don't know how to.
Well, this would probably be my option. To cut the 1 to the left, even though you may, you know, you're going to move the 1 in a makeable position, but the cue ball down table.
Yeah, you have a wall of balls to snooker the guy with. Let's see what he does.
Well, another option he has as well is to lag the 1 in and use the 3 ball to block.
That's what he did. That's what he did, and I think he left the edge. Yeah, he can definitely hit the 1 with, and he doesn't have, you know, shot, but
1 ball down table. He may take this opportunity to move the 5 and the 6 as well.
If you have to, I think the 5-6 a possible combination. He did what you said, and he did move the ball. And now for sure it's a combination, and he snookered the guy. Well, as usual, Dave, you're playing very well.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, this is a trick kick. You might almost have to go 2 rails.
Well, he's looking at, he's looking at, I would probably go to the other side rail this way, spin it with, you know, you'd have to hit it with quite a bit of right. But if the 1 ball goes up table, the cue ball has an opportunity to get behind the 2 and the 8. It doesn't look like he has any.
He's going to go 2 rails this way and miss. And that should prove fatal with a guy like Earl.
Well, the thing about that route is even if he hits the 1, there are no balls on the right side of the table to get behind.
He's going to sell out. But like I always say, anything's better than ball in hand. You know, it might have gone the way you said, but look at this. This is for sure. Well, he played a position where it looks like he's going into the 7, unless he takes the worst of it and hits the center ball and then goes between the 7 and 9, and of course he's a little further away from the 3. And the thing about that is you could make the ball for sure, but distance stops you from getting good position, and here's the bad result. Now he's going to have to cinch this and take the cut on the 4, which makes everything tougher just because of the bad position on the 2 ball.
You know, if he had hit the cue ball just slightly below center, the 9 ball would have stopped the cue ball with a good angle.
Yeah.
But this
he
is
recovered.
good.
Yeah, it's good, but I'd rather not be 8 feet away from the ball. Now you got to come with a little bit of left-hand English to go 1 rail to the 5. I don't think you can go the other way. There's traffic. See that? And that makes it all tougher. And this is all, well, he's going to get lucky. That is truly lucky. He snookered the man, but this is all because he didn't fall on the 2.
Now, I hit some balls the other day with Niels. I believe it was Wednesday, and he jumps quite well. I think this is about an 80% make for him.
Yeah, he's looking. He's aiming to jump. I really don't like to jump. I'm not, one of the people that favors the jump. I think it ought to be out of the game, except that it's exciting for the people. But I think he might have to kick to the end rail and hit it. But he's looking to aim. He looks like he's lining up. That's how you jump. You look and make believe the 6 isn't there. You line up and then you go over the top of it. But can you get to the 5? Is this a wasted jump? He is jumping, massing, he's doing something. He hit the ball, which is good. The 6 stopped the cue ball from getting close to the 2, and that may be enough to stop Earl. It looks like it's straight in, 8.5 feet away, and he's going to have to figure a way to get to this 5. I don't really see any real good way to do it.
Straight back. EARL Strickland, straight back.
Yeah, well, the 7 gets in the way. At this distance, you don't have to hit the 2 squarely on the nose and come back squarely. What Dave is saying, he thinks that Earl is going to shoot the 2 straight in and draw right back there. Tough shot. He tried to do it, but the cue ball close to the rail just stopped him from executing a super draw.
Well, now he has exactly one option: 5 ball here, cue ball.
Yeah, I like that. Miss the 7, and you might go behind the 8, and you might get him with the 6 also. And then you're dealing with Earl, so he does not think like the general pool club public. Let's see what he does. I like your shot.
Well, another option that he has is crossing the ball, but if the 5 ball runs into the 7 or 9, you're dead.
Yeah, he sells out. I like your shot. It's just, you have to come with a good shot here. You want to win matches, you have to come with a good shot. That's what he did. He shows your shot, but I think he's running into the 9 and selling out. He had to spin it a little more, I believe, and go between the 7 and 8.
Yeah.
A lot of obstruction anyway. He didn't have an easy path, and Niels is getting a lot of shots. Very uncustomary playing EARL Strickland. 1 rail, no English, go to the 6.
He's a little steep on the 6, but just 2 rails across, straight across, stay above the side. What you want to make sure here is that you don't go beyond straight in on the 7. When you shoot the 6 in the corner, cue ball to the rail, and short of straight in.
Yeah,
so then you're in good shape.
Although if not straight in you're really in trouble, but the angle he has now would have been sufficient, on the 7. If he can get where he is right now, he can go 2 rails to the 8. But of course he wants the ideal angle, and that's the one you pointed out. except don't get on the cushion. No, he got perfect. Make the 7, draw the ball a little bit, and you should be just about straight in on the 8 in the same pocket as the 7. And that is really ideal, because straight in would have been bad because you would have been on the rail. Now he has just the angle to have an easy shot and bounce. Perfect.
Earl's looking pretty dejected, and he had an opportunity to control that game. That's the most important thing.
He's been getting out of line. He's not falling on the right side of the balls. Buddy Hall's jargon. You got to fall on the right side of the ball so that when you make the object ball, you automatically go to the next ball. He is not doing that very well, and therefore he's losing 4-2.
For those of you at home, when you watch this tape, the shot that the critical error came on, one was the 1 ball. He needed to be more straight on the 2 when he was going to play the 2 in the upper left-hand corner. But he had a chance to recover right then by using the 9 to stop the cue ball. And and you go back and watch, you'll be able to see.
He didn't elect to do that, and therefore he wound up with all long shots and positions. Now he made the 1 on the side.
8 ball in the corner, 1 in the side, 3 in the corner.
Oh boy!
Now Earl.
Look at Earl. He's talking to the crowd. I hope that guy has a good ear. Look at Earl. He's talking away. Can we flash to Earl talking to the person? I mean, he doesn't like this at all. He hates. Look at this. Look, how can you make balls breaking them like that? Ugh, boo. That's just what he's saying and thinking. I know him very well. Yeah, this might be an interesting interview if Earl loses, and interview him. Yeah, you'll hear more. I mean, I want to hear him talk about how can they break them like that, and the tournament stinks and all that kind of stuff. That's how he feels about it. Well, the big break here is he didn't get to the 2. He made 3 balls, didn't get to the 2, but he's going to bank it and try to snooker him with the 2, the 7, the 9.
He got right in the gap between the 4 and the 9.
I call that either a window or field goal position.
I believe he may have a bank on this 2.
He might. Yeah, he can hit the edge of it. I don't think he can bank it, but
he has a pretty good safety. Bring the cue ball back down by the 5.
That's the shot. You don't want to be banking at this. And I know Earl would rather have had a shot than to eat a green bug. He doesn't want to do this.
Oh.
He feels like he's losing 4-2, even though he snookered a guy. That's not a win.
Oh, this is no good. Niels is going to the air right here. Jump the 7, make the 2 in the side. Shape's automatic.
Nah. I don't agree with you this time.
Okay.
Cue ball might go right off.
Coffee makes the 2.
But I think at this angle, when the ball's this close to the rail and you got to go this much over balls, he can lose the cue ball. This cue ball could fly right off the table.
It doesn't look like he has to jump the whole 7, though. That's the...
I know what you mean. It's easier when you got an edge to jump over because you're going over, a lower part of the ball. You're not going right over the top, But he's kicking. No. Well, I owe you a coffee. I owe you a coffee. You did predict earlier that he can really jump. Well, I'll tell you what, if he never does another one, forever that's in print on the ACCUSTATS tape, and I'm sure Pat will throw that shot in one of his, trick tapes or one of those great kick tapes, which we have, by the way. We've got a tape with all kinds of kicking in situations like that. And later we'll give you the number to call and get your catalog, and it's a great tape. I was watching it the other day. Great tape. All the funny situations where a guy had a real freaky kick and freaky things happen. Very entertaining. Well, not only did he jump the ball, he got perfect position, 4 perfect position, and he's got it again. This is what you want, that angle where you just make the ball and go to the next ball. Now, does the 7 pass the 9?
I believe the 7 is clear from the 9. I believe it does pass in the lower right corner. Yeah, you can see it looks like about a 1/4 of an inch space.
Yes, it can go. We're going to show you a replay of that jump shot. That's worth 4 replays. The NFL would show it again and again and again. We're going to only do it once. You want to see it again, you have to buy the tape. Wow. This guy's a solid player.
Okay, let's take a look at the jump shot.
This is amazing. The amazing part is he actually got position. Look, it hopped, it went in the air, it hit a couple, it hit the table twice.
Skipped into the 2 ball.
In tennis, it would have been illegal. It hit it twice. Great.
Watch this 3 ball on the break.
Look at Earl is up watching. Look, he's saying it. I don't know what he's moaning about. The 3 went in the corner with no energy at all. He just bunted it. Like you say, it would have been barely a legal straight pool break. Earl is moaning and going. He's a funny guy, but I mean he's suffering right now because he wants to win a tournament. 2nd, 3rd, 4th means nothing to him. Winning is what counts to Earl.
You know, there's one person in well, 2 people in sports that I can think of that have that kind of attitude that second is no good. Winning is the only thing. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and Earl Strickland. Well,
the only difference between those 3 is Earl takes it a little harder, and I would more connect him with a John McEnroe. You know what I mean? He wanted to win too, but when things went astray, you heard about it. That's how the Earl is. You're not going to hear that from Tiger Woods and people like that. You know. Okay. Enough talking.
Well, he's in good shape here, except that he is going to have to use the bridge. I believe that the 4 ball goes in the right-hand side pocket. He can just draw back. If he can draw back 6 or 8 inches, he's going to be in good shape.
All right, to where he is right now. Aim at that target. Now, you told me about the jump. How does he use the bridge?
I didn't see him use the bridge.
Well, not too good.
Well, this is really going to be okay. I think he can either soft roll the 4 in and get to right here, or he can let his stroke out a little bit and come back around.
I think it's letting the stroke out. I don't think it lays to roll in the side pocket.
Now, he's looking at going this way for position on the 5 in the lower right corner.
Could be. He might have to hit it, you know, just naturally rolling it. He might be going dangerously close to that left-hand corner pocket. So you may be right. He may have to draw it to that side rail and then go 3 rails to the 5. At this distance, it's really not that difficult a shot. You see what we're talking about. Can he possibly make the ball in the pocket and cut it and catch this rail somewhere? It looks to me like it's dangerously close to that pocket, so I think Dave came up with the good secondary shot. Yeah, he's jacking up. He might be drawing it to that rail like you said. Uh-oh, he missed the ball. He missed the ball, and there's a few voices in the stands pulling for Earl. I hear Earl. And I'll tell you what.
He's got to continue the discussion with.
Yeah, he's pointing to the people. He is really animated and colorful guy, you know. So whenever I say anything a little derogatory, it's not to knock him, it's to bring out his color, because I really like Earl. He's been really a colorful figure for the pool game and the fans. There's nothing dull about any of his matches. But he has to feel fortunate to get a shot there because the way Fien is playing, I thought he was out there. He didn't draw the ball good with the bridge. That's all. If he came back 6 more inches, it would have been tic-tac-toe and it's over. But for Earl, he's glad it went that way.
Well, it was getting dangerously close to being out of range at 6-2, but instead, after 8 games, Fien's still in the lead, 5 games to 3. I predict Earl takes a little bit off of the break. He's going to succumb after watching that.
Never. He's telling the people now, I don't care if I never make a ball on the break, I am going to hit him hard. That's why he made the deal with Shannon yesterday. He did not want to see this kind of thing. Look, that poor guy has to hear it. Let me see what the guy, no, it's a girl, I believe, yes. I'd love to know what he's moaning about. See that? He would not. He's a stubborn guy. It doesn't matter to him how much success his opponent's having, breaking him soft. He is not going to change. And anyway, he's in a real trap here.
He's going to do some jail time behind the 3.
He's going to hit there, here, and try to put him right there. And the 1 is going to bank out here a little bit. And that could be fatal.
I like on this shot putting it with a little more pace, maybe hitting it with a little inside and bringing the cue ball down to the end rail to the right of the 9.
Oh, no, I like just going behind the 3. You got the 3 and the 5 to get him with. I don't think you can sell out the 1, and you can really put him in jail behind the 3. Your shot is fine because if it's doubtful, always leave the long safe. But here, I think it's so easy to control. I think he's going behind the 3. I'll be shocked if he doesn't. He's thinking about it. But I think that's the shot. It looks like easy speed. That's what he tried to do. He didn't hit it hard enough. But he got him with the 5. I would have went right on with it and tried to freeze him on the 3 because this is kickable. You know, if he froze him on the 3, that changed everything. He figures to hit this one. Where everything stops, nobody knows.
Well, he was kicking to make that ball.
Sure he was. Well, it stopped in a funny place. You definitely can't shoot this. Now, here's where trick safes come.
Now, I tell you what, while we were playing the other day, he had a shot similar to this and rolled it straight in. I mean, I know it was in practice, but
rolled it straight in.
He rolled the 1-6 combination. I mean, he rolled a shot similar to the 1-6 combination, just rolled it straight in.
Well, actually, the speed lays where he doesn't have to roll it, but I don't think I'd be shooting this. But I like a safe here that a lot of people don't see, and it's overcut the 1 to here and bank it back that way and fall over here with the cue ball. It's a big shot, but I don't like shooting at this, but he obviously is. It's like you said, he rolled. This is what I didn't like. That's not a good shot. But he got away with it, except he's going to be in jail for sure the next shot. Right?
He's going to be negotiating the 6 and 8. The 1 ball will be up table.
Right. He is going to try to bank the 1 this way and roll forward behind these balls. Like that. And he created a tough hit because the natural angle isn't there unless you draw the ball, and he can't draw the ball.
Are you sure he can't go this way?
No, it's going to go long because you can't hit the cue ball low. I believe he's going to, if he shoots that way, I think he's going to go on the inside of the 1, miss it, because you can't do anything but high ball there. You would have to jack up and hit the ball a little low to bring it sharp. Hitting it high, it's going to do this. I mean, it's going to hit and just stay. It's going to hit with the high, and then after you hit the rail, the high takes, and you could actually see the cue ball do this in slow motion. I think, I think it's going to go too high, and too wide. Unless he jacks up and shoots down on it, that would be the best way to hit the ball. But you can't do it just hitting it natural high ball, because the high retains and straightens out. See, he's jacking up a little. He's going to try to get center, but let's see what the action is. See it?
It bent.
Exactly what
like
I said. If we saw it in slow motion, you would see that cue ball. See, what happens is after you hit the rail and you got high on it, the ball is still trying to go high,
right,
and it can't, it can't go straight. So instead, it just curves.
Well, you could see it very clearly on the monitor.
Right. Yeah, he had to jack up a little more. Perfect. He got a good angle. Go one rail to the floor in the left-hand corner pocket. Well, it's the right hand if you're breaking, but from here it's to his left. Just like to get straight in on this ball. Perfect speed. Perfect speed, because now he can draw to the rail. The big problem, or any problem there might be as far as Fien sees, is going from the 5 to the 6. You got a few obstructions. You don't want to hit this. I mean, this is that natural 2 rail this way shot. You'd stop here, but you're going behind the 7 if you hit it too hard. Of course, a great player doesn't hit it too hard. You see what I'm talking about? He hit it perfect. No problems here. No problems here. One rail by the 9 to the 8, and one rail off the 8 to the 9. No problem whatsoever. He got a little straight, so he might have to go 2 rails. Oh no, he hit it center and he came the 1 rail shot. I should have shut up after my first prediction.
Well, Earl closed the gap. Now after 9 games, closed the gap to 1. Fien leading 5 games to 4.
Interesting match.
Well,
Mostly because one guy's breaking them soft with great success, and the other guy's breaking them hard with no success and moaning to the public about what the other guy's doing.
Here we go with the stats. Strickland shooting at 875 and Fien shooting at 813.
It's amazing. Strickland really is, he has a better ACCUSTATS figure, but he's losing.
Well, Fien, I was trying to think back on why the stats would reflect that, and Fien has played a couple of combinations, therefore not pocketing as many balls, which is has kept his stats slightly lower.
Okay, I have to say that I think Earl took a little bit off that, and one went in the side. He might do it gradually, so you won't notice it. By the end of the game, he'll be rolling it at the ball. That's a great shot. It really is a great shot, because he didn't have a great angle to do that with, and that was all stroke. And I don't see any chance to go astray here, but no. I've said that before, and they've made me wrong.
This is a point and click.
Yeah.
We used to call it a Cosmo, but
what gets me about that? A lot of people use that terminology, have no idea what the Cosmo means. Did you ever meet Tom Cosmo?
No, I didn't.
He was dead probably when you were a little boy. But he was a clown prince of pool, we called it, and he had an exhibition. And it was a comedy exhibition. He would come out with a big fur coat and gloves. Did you get a little funny? Well, if you have to do too much, I mean, I'd rather be shooting. If a guy said shoot from here, but you got to bank the 9, I'd shoot from there, and that's the reason. Uh-oh.
Nope.
Nope. Well, he doesn't deserve to get lucky there. He once stroked that, and he missed the ball miserably. But there would have been nothing wrong with cinching the 8 and taking the bank.
Oh no, I agree.
You could make that bank 100 times in a row, but I don't really think he's thinking perfectly clear. Well, I'll finish the Cosmo story in a time when there's a little stall here or something, because I love talking about Tom Cosmo. He was really great little man, and funny, and a dancer, entertainer, and a pretty good pool player. We'll get back to him and the Cosmo run out.
Well, Earl just got a little bit careless on the position from the 7 to the 8 and got punished.
And look at Earl clapping. Look at Earl
A
clapping.
little sarcasm there.
I don't know. The guy
Fien
Randy.
leads.
No, he's trying to be the good guy now. I'm telling you, Earl's a changed person. You know, he missed the 8 in the past. He might have thrown his cue stick, and he hardly would ever clap for the guy running the 8 and 9, but he did. He's trying to show the people that he is a good sport. Well, he did a great thing in Louisville. You know, in spite of all the bad things you may hear, and, you know, nasty little guy and all that, he's a great player, and he has a heart. Oh no, where did he go? Well, nothing went. And he's saying right now that's what he gets for breaking them like that. I think you can cheat the pocket, can't you? Shoot the 1 through the right side and then go 1 rail to the 2.
I don't know. It really looks very close.
Now, I think he has the right side of the pocket to make the 1, and he can go 1 rail to the 2. This ball's so close to the pocket, you've got to have room to shoot it through the side of the pocket to create the angle.
Because that break didn't work.
What's he talking about?
That guy should be heckling him because that stupid break.
He was talking something about the angle, but I think he can go 1 rail, like I said. Yes, yes. Well, quickly, let me tell you what he did. A girl in Louisville had her cue stick stolen. She was crying. She was shattered. She was there. And we put up the reward sign and all that, and Earl heard about it and gave her a cue. Gave her a cue. And the thing about it is, when the reward hit and all that, her cues came back. She went back to Earl and said, "Earl, I got my cues. I'd like to give you your cue back." And he said, "No, keep it."
And that's great.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Well, he didn't get anywhere. Is he going to swing at the billiard and hope everything stops right? I mean, there really isn't much of a hope if you try to finesse it right. Let me show you what you could do. You can bank the 3 here, 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 and somewhere over here. Billiard the 7 in and come this way and play position for that point. Let's see if he does that. No, he missed the ball. He's playing bad. See, if he hit the 7, he would have glanced up where I said.
Right. And the 3 ball wound up exactly where you said.
Yeah. He just is not totally sharp today. And it could be the early match. You know, he played some late, tough matches. And his biorhythms might not be just right.
I believe that's the optimum kick angle. He's too close to the 6 here to jump, and I don't believe that he can go between the 8 and the left-hand side to hit. Now, that's possible as well.
He can twirl.
That's possible as well, this kick.
Well,
the cue ball off the rail and down table.
You know what it becomes? Is it beneficial? I mean, how good could it roll for you if you do that? Are you maybe better off trying to curve it around the 6, making the 3, because you'll have position. He hasn't looked at curving it, so it might be that close to the 6. But I like curving it. I like massing it around the 6 and get rewarded, because to me it looks like you're betting the game on this anyway. You know, chances are if you hit it, kicking it 3 rails, you're going to sell out. So I like to go down swinging, invent a shot, unless he just can't curve it that much.
Well, if he kicks at it 2 rails, then he's got to kick to try to make it. If he kicks at it 3 rails, then he has a chance to get safe. By going 2 rails, you know, 2 rails swinging out of the lower left-hand corner, the only thing that can go well is to make it.
Two rails, it's a pretty good hit. Now he was looking 3 rails behind it, and he saw that you can't get under it enough to possibly make the 3 in this far left-hand corner to his left. you know, and he's just not going to get under it. This is strictly hit only. The best thing can happen here is not give Earl ball in hand. You know, I don't know how they could roll. He'll probably hit it. But this is what I meant. He's just not going to say for Earl. You know, he's shooting to hit it only, and like I always say, anything's better than ball in hand. Earl has somebody in the audience he loves talking to. He's moaning and mumbling, and he's looking up at us. He wants our sympathy.
And Niels is laughing as well.
Earl is really, he's a draw. He's a great player to watch. Nothing dull about Earl. He played a combination bank now. It may get fortunate. I don't think so. He's sold out. He played a combination bank. This is the same 7 ball he couldn't hit on a billiard.
Right.
Now he tried to make it on a bank.
Well, we're going airborne again, I believe. Looks like
I don't know.
It looks like he has to go over maybe a third of the 8.
You think so? I think he can shoot it right in. I don't know. I think he can shoot it right in, and it's automatic position. I could be wrong. You know, we're a mile away, but we have our screens here. Well, apparently he can't make it, or he would have got up and shot it already. He's looking at the hop angle, like you said. Well, if he does this one, the plate's going to break down here. He barely missed it.
He may make something.
No, he may make something tough. You know, cutting this ball into the combination figures to snooker you.
Right.
So I don't know. They're not rolling too well for Earl.
Well, he may play the billiard and just clear everything away from that.
No, he's cutting at it. He's cutting at it. Maybe if he hits the 5, he'll move something. Yeah, that's what he did. If he didn't hit the 5, the 5 would be in the way.
What a great shot that was.
A very great shot, especially under the circumstances where he's struggling and he's behind a couple games. That makes it a greater shot. Well, I see no problems here, but I've said that before. Look at this. He almost brushed the 2, which would have been disaster. Oh, the 4. He almost brushed the 4. I'm sorry. The colors, the 2 and the 4, are close. You know, make an excuse. Besides, I'm half blind.
You just had eye surgery.
Yes, I did, and the left eye isn't quite right yet. It's getting there. But the colors, you know, I'm colorblind anyway. I put black socks on sometimes. I think are blue. Well, I am colorblind. Well, Earl...
he put a nice stroke on the 5. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, he got just
nice control.
Perfect. Earl doesn't waste any time. You know, I bet dog racing a lot, and I can't tell the 2 dog from the 4 dog because they're similar colors. Anyway, 6-5. It's a match. There's no doubt about it. It's a match.
Don't worry, I ain't got a chance.
Silly shot of mine. Say he made the 3, almost hit the 2. You know, the 4 is after the 3.
Earl puts on the glove to break.
Yeah.
And then takes it off. It's like
fun.
he's bringing his golf.
The other day, before he broke, he would put the cue stick in the air and eye it for straightness, and that's what it was, by the way. I was wondering what it was. He has a shaft on his brake cue that's crooked, and he wanted to keep it just perpendicular to the ground with the bend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why he was pointing in there, because it's on another tape I'm sure people are going to buy. He eyeballed the stick up in the air, straight ahead, and he was just trying to see where the bend was so he could keep that perpendicular, I guess you'd call it, to the floor.
Oh, do you like shooting here, or
No.
what's the safety you like?
I like this ordinary common snooker game shot. Hit the one there, bank it down to here, and fall somewhere over here maybe. At least the main thing here is to put the one long. But he's looking at cutting at it, you know. How old is this fellow? Do you have any idea? Because I like to say the young guys love to cut at this. And it is the game winner if he could cut it. Now, he did what I said.
Early
In fact,
20s.
yeah, he followed my pen. Yeah, I like that better than cutting at
I
it.
can't say that. You don't
A
appreciate
Corey Duel would have shot that.
I saw him cut a ball the other night so thinly. It was, I think the cue ball went about 32 feet and the object ball went about a foot right in the hole. Just barely made it there. It was amazing.
Yeah, I like to say he hit the paint.
Besides me.
Well, what Earl do? He moved the chalk for some reason. The chalk was shark in him.
He's measuring.
Oh, is he putting the chalk for
No,
some measurement reason?
No, he was moving the chalk away, I think, so he could measure.
Yeah.
That would be against the rules.
That applause means a match ended on the other table, and I can't tell who won. Maybe someone could help me.
I believe Mika Eminen won 11 games to 4.
Yeah,
It
well,
looks like over at Ralph Souquet.
that wasn't such a surprise because Ralph played really uncharacteristically bad last night.
Now, Earl, meanwhile, made a great kick on the one. He hit it, but he's left a shot. He'll shoot the one in, a little bit of high right, stay left of the 5.
Yeah, this is a case of make the ball. You're automatically going to fall on the 2.
He still has some work left in the rack with the 6 and 8.
Oh, yeah, well, the 6 passes in that other far corner, and it goes in the sides. This is the shot. This is a shot that I believe wins the game. You know, just make the ball. You're automatically going to position. Nothing to do. And he did it nicely. He's far away, but he doesn't have to do anything with the 2. That's what's good about being far away. If there is anything good, you have nothing to do but make the ball.
Right.
If he had to do something intricate with the cue ball, this is a tough shot. Right now, he just cinches the ball. And he gets to the 3, the 3 gets to the 4. He has to figure out where he wants to get on the 5 to get to the 6. That's the whole problem that surrounds him here. Nicely done.
He'll bring this back a couple of inches to get a little angle on the 4 ball.
If he doesn't have the wrong angle doing that, he can go 2 rails and get the angle. He may be able to pound it and cut a little. He's just trying to figure out where he wants to get on the 4 to get to that point on the 5. He needs just a little angle on this. That's a perfect angle. Now, you just, yeah, he wants to get, I'll tell you exactly where he wants to get. If he could pick the cue ball up and put it with his fingers, he'd like to be right here so that he could make the 5 and fall over here somewhere. That would be ideal. Any angle like that. He doesn't have to be that close, but yeah, he's going to hit it a little low and like 90 degrees go to that path. Too hard.
Too far.
Too hard. Oh, he got less than the 50-yard line. He's got a tough shot.
Well, I think he does have a path here. Cut the 5 in the corner, cue ball to here. He can hit it with a soft draw.
No. This is
Soft
a
draw
thin
above the
hit.
side.
Thin hit. I don't know
Yeah,
if he
maybe-
can get
it
by
may be
this
too
side.
thin
He
for that.
might have to. He might have to hit on this side. You know, the 9-ball side of the side pocket with a little reverse, and then that would hold him one rail. Or you know, he has a tough shot anyway. You see what I'm talking about is, if he can hit this thin enough to hit here, he can come right over here nicely, but it's just not an easy enough shot. He should have had much easier shot. Then he might be trying to draw it past the pocket 3 rails. No, he went my path, and he did it pretty well, except he got on the rail. But I think he has such an angle that if he strikes it hard, and I say strike it hard because this kind of shot, we all know, or we should know, that the harder you shoot, the wider it glances. If he rolled this ball in, he would hit the 8 and be far away. But if he stroked it hard, it would glance by the 8 first and then catch these rails this way. So he has to hit it with a stroke and avoid hitting the 8 at all. No, he wanted to roll and take the shot. You know, what he did was cinch the ball. Nothing wrong with that if you feel good about drawing the ball 4 feet now. Plus, it was easier to pocket shooting that speed. Tough shot. And
The young guys aren't afraid to have this shot. I mean, I want to be 2 feet closer myself.
well, the thing about this is you're going to control the cue ball. You know, so just make the ball hit the cue ball low, follow through. Well, I say just. That's not an easy shot. Playing an EARL Strickland in the final 5 or 6 players, you know, he might make that the next 90 times he shoots it, but he didn't make it that time. See, I really would have gambled on stroking that 4 and got closer, you know, because you know what I'm talking about. Harder, it would not have hit the 8. I'm sure he knew that.
After 12 games, knotted up at 6 games apiece. Race
Yeah.
to 5.
Earl's very fortunate to be in this. How's our stats look? You know, see, my preference on that 4 ball would be to make a little more difficult shot on the 4 and have an easier shot on the 7. You could do it either way. Cinch the 4, take the tough shot on the 7. EARL Strickland is shooting 844, and Fien is shooting 810 right now. And we have a tie ball game.
A little bit low for these guys. You think they're going to, well, not a little bit. They are low because normally this far in the tournament, you're expecting in the 900 range.
Look what Earl did. Earl said, I hit him soft, and it worked. Maybe they got something here.
No, it didn't work. He didn't make anything.
Yes, he did. He made a ball. Yeah, he definitely made a ball. I never...
He didn't like the shot on the 1? He
I-
just passed it back to Fines?
Oh, I'm not counting right. You're right. There's no balls made. Yeah, and
It looked like the 8 was going to go.
Yeah,
and
that's
it-
right. I took my eye off it, and that reminds me of the match Jimmy Mattia shot, didn't make a ball, and ran out. That's also on one of the humor tapes we have. They're all worth getting.
Now, say that one more time. I know what you said, but I want to make sure that the listeners heard you.
Did you ever watch that?
Yes.
Yeah, Mattia broke the balls against Larry Hubbard. The ball, one of the balls flew out, hit the back of the pocket and came right out. And the 9 balls were still on the table, and Mattia kept shooting and ran out. No one ever caught it.
Right.
Pat's got it on one of his comedy tapes.
If you break, don't make a ball and run out.
Right, yeah. First time in history. Then we argued about the rule. What would you do if you found out after 3 balls? I mean, is it too late? Or I don't believe it is, but at any rate, he has to shoot this ball and draw towards the 8, and he'll fall on the 3. That's just what he did.
I just like going up between the 7 and the 9 here to the middle of the table. You can't go wrong there.
You don't like drawing it between the 6 and the 4?
No. Too much can go wrong. Plus, if you're in the middle of the table, you've got a good angle to bounce one rail out for the 5.
Well, the thing that can't go wrong is you won't get snookered. He did what you said. It's probably me just dogging it. I like being closer and all that. To me, this is not like a hanger and you're automatically on the 5. You are automatically on the 5, but I like being closer, especially tight pockets. These are tight pockets. You hit it perfectly.
This tournament being played on diamond tables. The table that ACCUSTATS has the benefit of videotaping is the rail caps are solid Coca-Cola, and it's even more beautiful in person than it is on the screen, and it looks awesome on the screen.
It's a beautiful table.
And was it Greg Sullivan that was saying that he could make more money if he chopped this table up and sold the Coca-Cola to make cues?
Yes, he said that
than the price of the
wood
table
is worth much more making cue sticks than selling the table. Okay, Greg, then why didn't you make cue sticks?
Because look what a beautiful table it made.
Yeah, then we would have nothing to talk about. Well, he's got to shoot this and draw the ball, I believe. Oh, he forced it forward. He's okay. He has to draw to the rail that he's going to be standing near, and he's going to have to come one rail out towards the 9, I believe. He's looking. Maybe he sees something differently, but right? Don't you see it that way?
Well, he has a couple of options here. One, to go forward and down like that, and the other is to go to the rail and out like that.
I like that better. You're traveling less distance, and you know the ball's not really that thin a hit. You know, he can hit it on the full side and draw before the side pocket and come out to the middle, like we said.
Well, this may be a situation where it's 50-50. You know, you're going to have just as much success shooting it one way as the other.
Well, obviously you're right, because he's not getting up and shooting it either way, so he's probably had both thoughts go through his head. And in the end, it looks like he's going to go forward.
A little harder, down to the side is good.
Away. And this doesn't mean the 8 is a tough shot. It's just position is tougher when you're this far away hitting the ball this thin. He figures that unless he rolls it perfectly, he figures to have a little shot to make on the 9 where that's not what you want. When you're in control of the game, you should have an easy just stick to get out. Now he has to cut it.
Go up and down.
Just what I thought. I think he should have gave it a little more time and possibly drew it one rail in the 4 and been closer. But anything, you know, he's got a shot at the money. This is not ideal. I'd hate to go to the electric chair because I missed this. Yeah, how would you like to say?
No.
Make this, or you're going electric chair? You think you'd dog it?
No, we were talking about the table, but the pocket size is also 4.5 inches from point to point.
Right. There it is.
And he made maximum use of that left-hand point.
Right. And we have a 7-6 ball game.
As Jim Rimpey says, the 9-ball wiped its feet on the way in. Took a little extra time going in.
And I like to say, never a doubt.
Well, on this equipment, if the ball ends up in the pocket, you hit the ball very well. This is it's very unforgiving equipment. 5 ball didn't go. That was the corner ball.
Went.
The 1 ball didn't go in the side.
Well, I know what Earl's thinking. See, it didn't go for me. He's clapping. Didn't go for me, and it didn't go for him. So he's clapping. Earl was actually clapping about this. He is a funny guy. Well, in New Hampshire, we had a straight pool tournament, and I was having a drink with him, and he said, they shouldn't play safes in straight play. Shouldn't allow safes. They shouldn't allow safes. And then he admitted to being a little crazy. He did. He told me, he says, I'm a little crazy. I know that.
Well, he's disappointed that he doesn't have a tic-tac-toe run out, even though the guy didn't make a ball on the break. He's either going to have to play the 2-5 combination. That's tough. Or find a position route that I don't necessarily see on the 2.
Well, he doesn't have a position route. He's,
in the side.
Oh, no.
He can't cut the one in the side?
No, he can't cut the one inside, but it probably goes in the corner, but he can't get by the point, so he's going to play safe, I believe. Or he's going to, being from Kentucky, he's going to shoot the bank, and I don't know if he can make the 2.
I believe he can make the 2. I believe he's okay.
Well, I like to be okay a little better than this. He's probably got the shot. Now, is he going to brush the 9 and go behind the 8, or is he going to brush the 9 and hit the 8, or is he going to not hit anything and wind up with a kind of a backward cut on the 3 where you lose control?
Or is the 2 going to skid?
Oh, no. No, I don't even like thinking that. Well, he hit the 8 and
is the 2?
He did a few of the things I said. He hit the 8, missed the 2. I don't think it's skidded, but Earl is not playing real well. He just waved his hands to the crowd. Yeah, he doesn't want to get too far behind here now because he is not playing well. That's the way I always looked at it. If I'm playing real well and I get way behind, I'm still in the game.
Yeah.
But if I'm behind because I'm playing horrible, you're not going to catch up. And he's not playing real well. You know, I see no problems here.
Well, I think that Fien's got a little apprehensive when he got ahead.
What did you call him? You better
Niels.
call him
Niels.
Call him Niels. Don't call him Fiennes. It's Fien. Fien. It's like Pat instructed me earlier. It's like flying, but with no Y. It's Fien. Fien.
Niels.
Just call him Niels, or say the guy from Holland or something, or say the blonde guy. Say anything.
My point is that in the middle of the match, when Earl was coming back, it didn't look like, it looked like he got a little bit timid. Now I think that Earl's making enough mistakes that Niels feels like he can win.
Well, that's like a little bit derogatory. It has a little connotations of the guy's a little weak playing a good player and all. But I don't know if that's it. It could be the magic of the moment. He's getting near the end, and there's different reasons the dog it.
This is a big spot.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it's no knock on the guy. He's a young player. I don't feel like that was necessarily a knock, but it's part of the growing pains that he'll have to go through.
Right. I think he's awful fortunate to be catching Earl on a bad day. That helps, of course, to loosen your stroke. And that's exactly what you're saying. I know you didn't say anything insulting, but yeah. And the other way to look at it is Niels is not playing his speed either, so that could have helped Earl, but I think Earl's shooting better stats than him, but he's losing. So, okay, Niels has overcome that. Now he's shooting a little better stat. But at any rate, neither one of them are playing their speed. They're always clapping again.
After 14 games. Fien 8, Strickland 6.
That's Barry Berman, our promoter. 26 consecutive U.S. Opens, the longest running tournament in history.
Let's watch the 4-ball. Straight in.
Straight in. The end ball's going now, and not the ball inside. And he was playing hand position, and the ball did not listen. He was waving the cue ball to go past the 8, so he wasn't over the top, and naturally he can get to the 2. If this ball rolls another inch, he can get to the 2-6 combination. But what he doesn't know, he's young. I've been waving at balls. I've been talking to them 40 years. They don't listen.
They don't listen at all.
No.
He's gonna lag the 1 ball in and play a safety on the 2.
That's what he did. You sure he's going to play a safety? He can hit it straight on. He can possibly get them with the 7-9.
What he can do here is to shoot the 2 ball to the rail and over here, and the cue ball behind the 7, 8, 9.
That way nothing goes. I mean, if it falls there, the 2, 3, 6 combination will not be on, even if you sell out. And you notice once again the combination with that ball, the 7, 9. It looks like it's straight in, or at least throwable. He's shooting your shot, and he's shooting it excellently.
How do you like to go? You like going, well, it looks like there's only one option here, 1 rail.
Yeah.
At the 2. If the 3 ball's not there, I'm going 2 rails at that ball.
I think he can possibly shoot 2 rails, but I don't see any benefit to that. Here, you better just hit the ball. Ball in hand, you're in a little trouble.
Well, which side of the 2 do you want to hit? Do you want to hit it full?
I want to hit any side.
Well, if I have an option, I'm going to try to kick to this side of the 2, cue ball up table, and leave the 2 ball in this area somewhere because it doesn't go by the 3 and the 6. You know, I want to kick to.
Let's see what happens. See, this is the shot I wanted him to shoot earlier, the soft kick. You remember he had that?
Mm-hmm.
But he did it now, but he's dead. I mean, he's going to be behind the 5 for sure. I mean, the guy doesn't have to shoot the 2. The 2 goes in the corner where he's standing, but it's so easy to just shoot the 2 and go behind the 5. I don't know, he may not even be looking at that possibility. I mean, he's looking to shoot the ball.
Well, it's possible that he will play the 3-6 billiard after he shoots the 2.
Well, you're saying you'd shoot this 2?
I probably would, yeah.
Wow. It's such an easy safe, and the guy's not going to have any part of the table to kick to. I mean, he'll have part of it, of course, but most of it will be taken away. You don't think the 2 is missable then, obviously. Of course, if he makes it, he can cut the 3 and billiard the 6 and then have the 3 in one of the corner pockets. Oh, I don't know. I think I have to consider freezing him right on that 5. There is never an easier safe than this.
Well, that's his dilemma.
If there's a slight gamble, I don't think you're supposed to shoot. He's looking at it in the right-hand corner pocket, and that would be the angle to get the billiard. But I don't know. Well, I hope whatever he does, he's not sorry about it. He made it. Now this is controlling the 3 ball. You billiard the 3, it banks towards the right-hand corner pocket. You make the 6 with the cue ball, and you shoot the 3 in that other corner, opposite of the 6. Right?
He may have to hit it a little more firmly than that because the 6 is out from the pocket. I think that's what he'll end up.
No,
he'll end up playing the 3 ball in the lower left corner.
Yeah, see, if the 3 was closer to the rail, then you'd have to worry about that. But he can hit it fairly full and not worry about the double kiss. He's going to have position for the 3 in that other corner, I'm sure. But he didn't need this English, you know. He got away with it, but he didn't need that right-hand English that brought him that far away.
That closed the gap between the 3 and the cue ball.
Right, right. He could have been further away and then less angle, but I'd rather be him right now.
Yeah, he's going to be able to shoot the 3 ball in the corner, the cue ball to the rail between the 8 and the side, position in that direction.
Oh boy, that's dangerously close. Man, that's close going by the 8 that way. I mean,
It really looks like it looks like it's dead natural.
yeah. I think he can go between the 8 and 9 and catch the end rail with a little right-hand English and go towards the 5.
Okay, as
That's
soon as
what
he
I
shoots
think,
this shot,
yeah.
Danny, we're going to take a break
Right.
to change the tape.
Well, he hit the 8 right on the nose. Now, he got funny on the 5 because he hit the 8 right on the nose. Is the 9 dead? Can you cut at this 5, hit the 7, and make the 9
That
two
is
possibly?
that is an option.
Yeah, because he's not going to control the cue ball very well. I think he hasn't even looked at the combination, but it looks to me like if you cut the 5 in, you're going perpendicular right at the 7, possibly make the 9. Oh, he just missed it, but he's going to get a little break. No, he didn't. 9 got in the way. Could he roll the 7 to the rail and freeze on the 9 now?
That's what he's looking at.
Does the 7 go by the 9 that way? Is there too close to maybe hitting the 9 with it? Because if you cut it a little, you lose the cue ball.
Right.
You have to go almost straight on.
Well, if he can't do that, really, it looks like the only other option that he has is to try to go in the direction of the 8 with the cue ball, like this. No, that's what he's going to do. Never mind.
Yeah, he's going to roll right on the 9. Uh-oh.
Got to get to the rail. Got to get to the rail.
No rail. That is really a no-no. Wow. And this is, Earl is totally shocked that he's getting this shot. This is remarkable.
Who's that guy? Miss the ball, and that's what he does to me. This guy shits all over himself. He doesn't do anything. Can't figure that out.
I love watching
But
him.
if I don't get out, he'll
Oh,
do it.
he's entertaining. He's very animated.
Typically brilliant player.
And he got very lucky to get back to the table here. What a no-no, not reaching the rail, and it really could have hit it much harder. Well, Earl found the game, and now instead of being behind 9-6, it's 8-7.
He found a penny heads up right there.
Oh, God. It's been a suspenseful match. Just
Yeah.
when you think things are looking one way, all of a sudden a guy doesn't get out from the 7.
They have flip-flopped, that's for certain. Several times.
Yeah. Now, was Earl going to do the soft break, or is he going to go back to his pound break?
Watch the 5. The
Oh,
one
yeah.
on the side.
Yeah, here he is again. I know he don't like this. Why doesn't it happen for me? Look at this.
It's like,
He's waving. Okay, go to that person you've been talking to. They want to hear you. Yep, that's what he's doing. How come I can't make a ball breaking them the way everyone else does? I'll never do this again, he said. He can, like you say. He's worked on the break his whole life, got a great break. Now all of a sudden, he has to roll it because the opponent is making balls on the break, rolling it. He does not like that.
he's in a really tough spot right here. It doesn't, I can't tell if the 1 cuts in the side. He's looking at one rail banking the ball and drawing the cue ball in the direction of the 7.
Yeah, that's okay, because if you miss this, the 1's going to be far away, and he doesn't have to make it and get to the 2. Well, he's not from Kentucky. Well, this is what I meant now. Even though he missed and he left a shot, it's still like treacherous, tough shot. You're going with obstructions to the 2 ball. There's no guarantee if you make it, you're going to get position. I know he's going to shoot it.
Earl has to jump here.
Does he? He can't shoot the 1 straight on?
He's got to get out the lob wedge and go over the 9.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're right. To me, it looks like he can make it. Now he's looking at the kick.
Well, I think he's going to have to jump to get to the kick.
Well, I don't know about that one.
He might have to go over the edge of the 1.
I think he
or
can
the
shoot
9
right to the rail without jumping. He hasn't jumped to make it, but he's looking at cutting the 1 on that side now and going 3 rails with the cue ball. But he'll get a kiss if he does that. If he tries to cut the 1 that direction and go around 3 rails, he will double kiss the 1, I believe.
Well, that's pretty ambitious either way.
That's what he looks like he's doing. No, he kicked. He kicked. Missed the side pocket with the cue ball and sold out. Now, does he have a straight in angle where he can draw it right back between the 7 and 8?
Yeah. This is something else I noticed playing with him the other day. Is this shot is in his arsenal.
Okay, let's hope we didn't get him there.
The TV jinx?
Well, you did predict the way he jumps, and he made a spectacular shot and got out with that, so I believe you again. I mean, you say he excels at this, I think he will. And you were right again. He got a shot on the 2, but I think he's either going to have to shoot left-handed or get the bridge, and then he's going far away from the 3 unless he could spin it into the 9.
This is too steep. This is too steep to cut. I think he has to bank it up table and just stick right there.
You're right. 2 rail it. Anytime position and the shot are tough, I've been saying this for 10 years, anytime you have a tough shot and tough position, you look to play safe. And you'll get rewarded. And the position, and I mean, cutting it, if he can spin it and hit the 9, which is tough, I think you just have to shoot the 2 straight on 2 rails, like you said, stick the ball around here. And that will get the job done. No sense gambling right here. You're 1 game ahead, and
in control. Still in control. That's the most important thing.
He needs 3, the other guy needs 4. And, you know, as you get closer to the end, a 1-game lead means a lot more than like 3-2. So he's got to protect the game. Don't do anything that's a gamble. Shoot the 2 straight on. It looks like an obvious safe. And even if you go straight, the guy's going to have to do something spectacular to get out. See, this is the thing about he obviously doesn't play left-handed. Very important to play both hands. Oh, he wanted to freeze him on the balls. That was a mistake.
That's an error. That's an error in judgment. I mean, of course. Earl doesn't have an offensive shot here, except the possibility of banking the 2 on the 3, because the 3 makes the pocket, the lower left pocket, pretty big. But he didn't need to do that.
Right. The big thing is he didn't snooker him. You know, and is he that afraid of Earl kicking and all that? He could have snookered him just sticking there. But he wanted to freeze him on the 9 so Earl wouldn't have any kick rails. And it could be fatal. I think he's
shooting at the 2.
This. Got a big pocket. Well,
maybe next game.
We were right again.
He was winding up like he was going to shoot. He was double crossing us.
This is not so good. This is not so good because I'm pretty sure he left the edge, and if he did, He might even left the shot, but I don't think he's going to shoot it. The shot here is to cut the 2, bank the 2 this way, and the cue ball comes down here. That's all there is to it. That's what he did.
He's going to get him with the 6.
Well, no matter what he does, he left him long. And I think he does have him. I think he does have him. It's kick time.
Well, we're looking to see, Earl's looking to see if he can hit the right side of the 2. I believe he can hit the left side pretty easily.
No, he's going to curve it to do that. Oh, he almost over-curved it, but look at this shot.
What a good shot.
Oh, he's
Wow.
going to get him. Almost back where he was, except this time he can't see the 2. Okay, now what? Yep, that shot deserved applause.
Oh, he got some. It's back kick the 2 ball down table and stick the cue ball there if he can.
Well, he's going to have
Another option that he has while we have the telestrator on is to go this way into the 2.
Well, I'll tell you what I like. Well, first of all, he's going to try to make the ball.
If he airmails over this ball and makes the 2.
He don't have to airmail. I'm going to tell you something. He can hit before the side pocket with center left-hand English. And what happens is after the cue ball hits the rail, it does a thing like that with the left-hand English, and he might make it and have a cut on the 3. I think he can do that. He may not know the shot, but if he doesn't know that shot, then here's what else I like. He can kick into the rail here and catch the edge of the 2 and come down long. That's about the best he can do if he doesn't shoot the ball. Do you know the shot I'm talking about, center with left-hand English?
Yeah.
It hits the rail, mass
It
back that
bends
way.
around, bends toward the 2.
It may not be in his repertoire yet. So
well, when he watches this tape, he learned a shot.
well, if he does watch it and place the balls, he might say, DiLiberto's right. Look at this. No good. No good.
He was a little hasty in shooting that. He took his time, and I think he picked the right shot. He just didn't take his time and execute.
He took his time too fast.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Well, the position I like here is putting the cue ball right here. Cue ball.
Uh-oh. But if you hit too sharp
he's
up
drawing
the
it straight
rail,
back.
you hit too sharp up the rail. He's taking the cut. He's not going to go.
Oh, the 3's closer to the pocket than
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
He can roll this in and have the 4 in the side. Or the corner, or freeze it.
Oh, whoa.
He played close position here.
Now this is tricky.
No, I
For
think
certain.
I think he has the right angle to shoot it in that pocket and draw the ball down this way. I think he has that. If he doesn't, there are the things he can do, but I think that's what he has. He's going to shoot.
Oh, this is a good shot on the video.
Yeah, that's the shot he had. Now, does the 8 go anywhere? It goes in the side for sure, but does it go in the corner? And again,
he's got to make the 5 first. This is not a hanger.
oh, he'll make the 5. Earl shines on this kind of thing.
Well, the position on the 6.
Right. Or he doesn't even have to hit
He doesn't have to hit the upper right side rail, but
after he hits the end rail, he's going right at the 6. So I think that's what I expect him to make this. This is his meat, this kind of thing. Well, I got him. Well, he continues to not
Stumble.
be the spectacular Earl. Now, the 7 will get you to the 8 in the side in case it doesn't go in the corner. So that's not a problem. Once
Yeah.
again, you got a ball hanging deep, Yeah, I've been saying it, that when a ball's in the pocket this deep, it's really tough to control the ball for position. But I
Look
think
at that. Wow, what a great shot.
Yeah.
That ball looks like it's
Oh, it
suspended.
looks like, yeah. These people walking in the stands could possibly vibrate the table and make
enough to make it fall in.
And as we pointed out last night, in case anyone's interested, the rule after 5 seconds is if it falls, it goes back where it is.
After all balls stop.
Right.
That's an important point because you can have a ball hanging on the lip, but if, like, let's say the cue ball is spinning.
Yeah, or any other ball still rolling
Right.
around. It has to be when all balls stop moving.
5 seconds from
Good
that
point. Good point. Well, now he just has to roll the ball, I believe, because it's gonna fly after you cut it. It isn't gonna die. You're hitting it so thin, the rail's gonna hit full weight on the cue ball.
It looks like he may be trying to kill it.
Well, I think he's got to roll it. And
Very nice speed.
he did it good. I mean, he can.
Very nice speed.
He can go one rail now on the right side of the side with the cue ball and try to get straight in on the 7. Then we got to figure out what the 8 does. He's looking at the 8, and
Well, if he gets right there, he's going to try to break it out.
well, the 8 goes in the side. I wouldn't try to break anything. I'm sure it goes in the side.
Well,
So-
I agree with you, but where he just pointed his cue, he's going to try to break it out.
Okay.
Because there would be no point in getting the cue ball there and playing the 8 and trying
I
to play
think
the 8
he
in the
was trying to
side.
get straight, so he can go to the 8 in the side. I really do. I don't think he was pointing for a break shot angle. I think he wanted to see where he can get on the 7 so he can go forward, get to the 8 in the side. That's what he's doing. This is the first time you've been wrong all week, but so don't feel bad.
Well, I mean, every game is critical, but yeah, he had an opportunity to get to 9 a few games ago.
Well, he got there now, and fortunately, Earl is doing nothing to him. This is not the Earl Strickland we know and love. I mean, he's having a rare blah game.
Okay, Feijen is elected to take a break.
Fien.
And so are we. Going to
There's
take
no
a break.
S.
We'll be back in just a second. And we're back. Everyone's properly relieved.
And it's been a kind of a match that, I'll use the word unpredictable, because just when you think it's going a certain way and you make some kind of prediction, wham, something else happens.
Watch the 5 ball in the lower right corner, the one in the side.
Earl is going to flip out if something goes here.
Oh, it didn't go, and the 1 didn't go.
Okay. Earl does not feel like the world's against him right now, because if this guy would have made a ball breaking him soft and ran out after Earl tried twice in a row, I give Earl credit for that, because I never thought he would break him soft. I told you he made a deal. He made a deal with Shannon that they both have to break him hard.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he made a deal with the devil. He wouldn't break him easy. He may have done that too, but
No, I don't think so. I know you're kidding, but Earl's a pretty fine human. He has the temperament of a great athlete, and he's touchy and and a little crazy, but that goes with the territory.
That's right.
But he's not evil.
What's the safety you like here? Cue ball down table, thin off the left side of the 1.
Yeah,
Can he hit
aim
the
at
1?
the 9. 9 would be my target. I think he can cut the 1 on the left side, and I would just aim to go towards the 9.
Well, even that's a very good point. You pick a target to go with the cue ball.
Yeah. Nothing bad can happen if you hit the 9. If you go between the 2 and 9, better yet. But if you hit the ball too full and hit the 7, see, that's the target. That's the target. but I don't know what's
I
going to
believe
happen. He left it. He hit it a little too hard.
Hit it too hard.
Too hard, but the cue ball went the right path. It was a case of you're not going to put the 1 out of play. You got to put the cue ball out of play.
That's right. That's right.
Now he can aim at the 9-2, 2 rails. He's going to be snookered.
He may have gotten past the 9.
I don't know, but not the other ball. Would the other ball get him?
Oh.
No,
He
perfect
fell
control
in the gap.
of everything. You know,
Great shot.
He could stick the ball or bounce out this way. He didn't want to stick it because he wanted this angle to go 1 rail to the 4. Well, I think that Earl is getting ready to mount an attack. That little break he just took, but he better, because the guy is dangerously close to being out of the set.
I think he's going to wind up playing the 6 ball in the upper left-hand corner. There's
Sure.
I mean,
Perfect.
it's tempting to try to play
Perfect.
it in this.
You know what it is now? It's stick, and draw the 8 a hair. Draw it back a little, get a little angle so that you. Well, I don't know about this. I mean, he's going to go 1 rail. I mean, you can shoot this 1,000 times and get out, but I would have drew back so you wouldn't have to do this. But it was easy. In French, doucement. Okay, it's 9-8 now. This match, I want to go out on a limb and predict it's hill, and freaky things happen in the final game.
I was very surprised to see Earl miss the 1. The very first shot of that game, Earl missed the 1.
He's done a lot of things wrong, and missing shouldn't be one of them. In the past, I accused him of making mental errors, but anyway, here's the stats. Strickland 817, Fien 824.
Not numbers that
way
you would.
Below.
Yeah, if they had shot numbers like this early in the tournament, they wouldn't be here.
Earl went to the hard break now and made 1 ball, and it was white. And that's not the ball
good.
you want to make.
Not good.
Now, how do you get from the 2 to the 3?
I think this is where you play the 1 ball past the 5 and go above the 2, play the 2 on the side and the cue ball down. I don't like playing it. I don't like putting the cue ball on the rail. He's playing.
Right.
He's playing position.
Yeah, this is backwards.
He's playing position for the 2 in the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah, that's backwards.
And
that's
the difficulty here. Well, a moot point now, but the difficulty there was falling on the angle perfectly to go from the 2 to the 3.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier to go forward and play the 2 in the side
right.
and roll to position on the 3.
No doubt about it. It's the 2 to the 3 was much easier on an angle in the side pocket. There's no doubt about it. And like I said a couple times, he shot the wrong shot perfectly, but not this case. He did one of the rare things that if you watch another 1,000 matches, you will not see the player miss with ball in hand. He missed with ball in hand. That is really a no-no. Oh, he'll remember this all the way back to Holland.
Earl is he's funny on this. He may end up playing the 3-6 combination.
Yeah, you're right. If he can make this. Right now, I'm not confident in anything he's doing.
He did pocket that cleanly.
Yeah. And here comes the combination, off angle, a foot apart. I mean, this is not a gimme.
Well, the benefit is he doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball.
Right.
And 3 ball is going to lay right in front of the pocket.
He deserves applause for that one, because even though it went in, it was not an easy shot.
No.
It looks easy now. And he's actually perfect. Yeah, I'm not going to say it. I was going to say I don't see anything stopping him now, but things have stopped him.
Well, straight in is not ideal.
Yeah, but when it's near the pocket, you're really not straight in. You can shoot to either side of the pocket. You can draw it straight back. And that's what he did. And he got a perfect angle on the 7. He can draw between the 8 and 9 now and get perfect. This is okay. He's got the angle to play the 8 and shoot the 9 in the pocket that he's standing in. Well, he made this rack look easy, and it's going to be 9-9 ball game. Now,
Race.
okay, what do you think he's going to do? Break him hard or soft?
Soft.
Bet a coffee? I bet he hits him hard.
Where are we going to quantify hard? I bet he hits.
Well,
I bet,
I'll
okay.
let you decide.
I'm up the coffee.
Okay.
So
I'm going to let you.
I will. I'm going to say soft.
Okay, and I'm going to let you say it was soft or hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
That guy's whistling. I'm going to scratch, so you get ready, all right?
What did he say?
I'm going to
He's gonna
scratch.
on the
Oh,
break.
well, that doesn't bode well for me.
You don't look too good right now. Now
Doesn't
Earl
look
went.
too good for me
Look
right
at Earl. He went to the other side of the audience and he's talking. I wish I could talk to him. You know, this would be very interesting. That's why I recommended if he loses.
Wait a minute. What is he talking about?
Okay, Barry came over there, I guess because maybe...
Wait a minute. Wait. Shh. Now this totally, you know.
I don't want to play for idiots.
Well, I think one of the fans said something a little sarcastic that
What'd you
Earl
say?
didn't like.
I can't hear you. Scaring them?
Someone said,
I'm
stop
more scared
scaring...
than you, don't worry about it.
Someone told him out of the audience,
You don't know what
quit
scare
scaring
is.
the fans. So this is typical Earl stuff. I love it. I love it. You know, it's okay. We're even on coffees. He made the 1 ball, and he has a shot on the 2 in the far corner.
Yeah, that bet was like spotting you a couple of balls playing one pocket. I was
Well,
loser out of the gate there.
Yeah, well, especially when you start saying he's going to scratch on the break. You're not going to scratch on the break if you roll it. But anyway, you know what they did? Whatever the fan did to perturb him is going to, I think, Fien's going to pay for it. You know, I think they got Earl's dander up, and he is determined now to run out here. And maybe the Holland player will not get to the table
Again,
and
period.
then we're going to see Earl really give it to whoever he was arguing with in the stands. I like that. We've had great athletes in other games that argued with fans and sports writers, and then one of the greatest, Ted Williams. See, they got Earl mad. That's not fair to Fien. You know, 'cause look at this. Oh, he'll have something to say here. You can bet.
Whistle now, or he'll say something.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because
Look at this. He got out in 21 seconds. Okay. All right, Earl. See, I don't agree with scolding him for whatever he's doing. I think that's colorful, and he's harmless. You know, he wants to win so bad, and things aren't going the way he likes. Guys, the break got fickle on him. And the other guy made balls softly. He didn't when he tried it. So he said, heck with it, I was a fool. I'm going to give him the Earl break.
I am the toughest pool player, I believe.
Well, he's mumbling. I wish we had a microphone on him.
Ultimate pool player.
There. Oh, he missed it in the side. Uh-oh. You make a...
let's have Hill. Come on.
It's gonna. I told you,
Yeah.
it's destined to be Hill. And now the shot here is to softly cut the 1 this direction, pocket the 5, and then have position for the one in this pocket. Right, Dave? I know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sure. But now you don't want to be straight in on the one because you can't go anywhere with the cue ball. So he may have to hit it a little harder to bounce it off the cushion.
Well, he really is not going to have to do too terribly much as long as he can get to the middle of the table.
Well, he doesn't want to
He'll
get
be okay.
straight in on the one. That's the only thing can hurt him. He's got to have an angle on the one when he does this. That's good enough.
That's a nice angle.
That's
Yeah.
good enough. People
I like
that
just drawing to the middle of the table here.
Yes, you're right. I call this the 90-degree shot, the right angle shot, so that if you hit the cue ball a little below center, the cue ball will go perpendicular this way towards the two. He can get as close as he wants to it.
I'm going to stop in the middle of the table and so I don't have to reach so far. It's
Oh,
not
he
gonna,
went one rail under the 8 and got ideally. And that's center.
That's the same spot,
Yes.
but just going to the side rail
Okay,
first.
how do you get to the 3 now? You go between the 7 and 9?
Between the 7 and the 9.
Oh, dangerous.
He'll have to hit it with a little check. Maybe just a hair of inside.
It looks natural. It looks cut it in. You're going between the 7 and 9, but if you hit the ball on the full side or the thin side and still make it, that changes the path. Let's see what happens. This is the ball you need to get position on to win this particular game. Let's see it. Can he control it between the balls? Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
That was perfect.
He's got a decent, easy shot on the 3, yet he's got an angle to go to the 4. This is, again, if you had to pick the cue ball up and place it someplace, this is where you would place it. And that makes great play. Hit that solid. He got the angle on the 4 to go to the 6. Perfect. Here's another one. Hit it a little below center and make the ball. Cue ball does the rest.
That's it.
I like to tell people that once you decide where to hit the cue ball to get to the next ball, just make the ball. Cue ball does everything else. That stops you from twisting and jumping and twitching. All right, is he going to go under the 8, or can he reverse it and go one rail straight down the table?
I think straight. I think one rail straight down, and right where the cue ball is right now, maybe a little bit to the left is good. That way you cut the 7 in the lower left corner, swing 2 rails out of the right corner, going in the direction of the 8. The 8 is just a little too far down for my liking.
I don't know.
Now, it looks like he is going around the 8.
Yes. Oh, he hits the 8. Well, he did it. He did it the right way. He went on the inside of the 8 and avoided it. Now he's perfect. I mean, center ball, pocket the 7, and again, this is the right angle shot, I call it. If you hit center ball, the cue ball comes off 90 degrees off the object ball and goes to here. There it is. He followed the pencil line again.
Perfect.
Now he can bounce one rail and shoot the 9 in. The last time I called this, the guy hit it low and played it in the other pocket. Let's see what he does. No, he bounced the rail and too hard. Oh my God. Oh my God, you don't want to have this. I mean, I'd rather be shooting this than the other guy, but you need to be a little bit better. We've seen this missed a few times. I don't think he will, but beautiful.
Hill. All right.
Okay.
Good job.
And Earl is applauding. Earl is applauding. Now, my first prediction came true, that it's going hill, and then I predicted there's going to be freaky happenings here. May have to call the referee more than once. That's my prediction.
I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that all of the commentary that you hear on ACCUSTATS, other than player reviews, is live. We don't go back and overdub the commentary. If it's a player review, of course it is done that way. But if it comes down and there's the referee has to get called in this match, then
you're not going to believe that we did the commentary live. One, no, just trickled.
Oh, mercy.
Earl, they're chanting. So you see, people really aren't offended by anything Earl did, because, you know, after all these years, they know him. And he has allowed liberties other people aren't. Here I go 2 rails and try to hit the 3 on the nose.
That's exactly right.
Aim at the 3. He's going to get good. You know, that's a great shot.
That is a great shot.
Yeah.
Now, what does the 4 pass the 5?
No, but
No.
where the 3 is sitting, you can get to the 4 in the other pocket. That's what dictates
well, you have to
where
get you have to get good on the 3 first.
Right. Yeah, this may be the whole game. Of course, 7 and 8 look a little tricky, but I think they both go in this corner. Let's see.
So the referee's going to come on the hit on the 7, right?
No, we don't know. There's still time for anything. Look, he did this exactly the opposite, and he got on the wrong side of the ball. I don't think the 4 goes by the 5, and I don't understand why he did that, but I don't understand a lot of things about Earl, except that he's a great competitor.
Well, we're getting ready to find out. We're going to learn something here.
It didn't turn out to be like a 10-10, you know, easy out. He made it a little tricky.
He can draw the ball into the 9.
He's playing the combination now. He's playing the combination. This is where something funny can happen, because the 2 is going to glance off the 5.
That's the 4.
Oh, the 4. The 4 is going to glance off the 5, and I think he has to roll forward and shoot the 2 or the 4 in that other corner. You know, the opposite corner of where he's shooting the 5. I believe he knows that. If he just rolls forward, the 4 makes the 5, bounces out, and you play position
for the 4 in the opposite corner.
Right over here. You know, the 2 is, I mean, the 4 is, I keep calling it the 2. It's going to cut the 5 and go this way, and the cue ball is going to go forward this way. And I think he should see that. I mean, that's the simplest way, would you say? Earl still has something to say to somebody. Well, I don't, he's going to get away with it, but you see, he was in position for that.
Yeah, he went out of position and then back in position.
He shot hard. Something funny could have happened, but I would have just got that. Meanwhile, I wouldn't have got the 10 anyway. Okay, Earl is amphibious. Oh, no. He can't use the... He can't use the what, and he's dead, he said?
Can't use the bridge?
He can't shoot left-handed. He can't shoot with the bridge. But he can't shoot left-handed. That's a good admission, because I feel the same way, but I could use the bridge a little. There's nothing difficult here, but this might be where the funny stuff happens.
Has to miss the 6.
Oh, he's going to be perfect. He lied. He could use the bridge. Well, it looks like my prediction about 10-10 is the only thing going to come true here. There's nothing funny I don't think can happen here. I mean, he's perfect. It's history, I would say. Bounce 1 rail, shoot the 8 in the same pocket as the 7. Yeah, there's nothing funny happening here.
Point and a click.
He's playing 1 pocket now. He's going to make the 7, 8, 9 in that same pocket. Shoot the 8 in, draw it back, and you have one of my favorite shots. Well, I was wrong about something funny happening. Interview. No interview?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was quite an exciting match. 11 games to 10. Earl Strickland, the winner. If you have questions, there's Earl on the monitor. If you have questions about this tape or any other tape, give Pat or the rest of the ACCUSTATS crew a call. And for my friend and legend, Danny DiLiberto, I'm David Maddux. Call ACCUSTATS at 800-828-0397. Good night.
Get some of those funny tapes too. And Dave, it's been fun working with you. You were very, very professional, and it really is a pleasure working with you.
Well, thanks a lot, Danny. We'll do plenty more.
Okay, good. Good night, everybody. Buy all the Accu tapes.